Hey everybody, Sinister Lex here, and today we are talking about resourcefulness. Before we do that, remember to rate, comment, subscribe, click that get notification bell if you want my notifications. Also remember the free Discord chat below where you can come and hang out and talk with other freelancers and entrepreneurs like yourself. Resourcefulness. What is it? Why is it important for you as an entrepreneur? Oh man, this is a topic, this came out of the Discord chat, and I've been thinking about it for a while because so many people want to come in there and they either don't have any entrepreneurial skills, they don't know anything about entrepreneurship, they don't know anything about freelance, and so their first thought is, I'm going to go straight to the source, I'm going to ask the person who's running this whole shindig, at least on the Discord chat, all my basic questions. But resourcefulness doesn't really work like that, and there's a problem with that if you're someone who is doing that. And this isn't a rant. I want you guys to know that before we get into this too far. This is not a rant about people coming to ask me questions, because I'm always happy to answer questions. But I want you to think about if you were stranded on a desert island and you didn't have someone to go to that you could ask questions, like even the most simplest, most basic questions, like how do I build a shelter? If you couldn't ask someone that, if you couldn't ask someone, how do I catch a fish? If you couldn't ask someone, how do I start a fire? What would you do then? And I want you to think about that, because this is where resourcefulness comes in. This is where you have to start to think about how you're going to be resourceful. How are you going to get the things you need? How are you going to survive? And this is such an important topic for entrepreneurs, because if you are not a resourceful person, and if you are not willing to become a resourceful person, you are not going to get very far. There's a reason why people come to me about freelance and not the other way around. It's because I'm resourceful. I went to Upwork and I started making money, or Odesk, whatever it was back then. Started making money, and I've done this multiple times, and it worked multiple times because I didn't go to other people and say, do you think this will work? What do you think about this situation? How do I approach this situation? None of those things. It was just, here's what I'm going to do, here's how I'm going to do it, here's the skills I'm going to use to make that happen, now let's get to work. And resourcefulness is about those what and how questions. You can also have the where, the when, the who questions in there. Those are all part of resourcefulness, but it's always about asking questions so that you can come up with your own answers. Now again, I'm totally not against answering people's questions, but there are some questions that are so basic, so simple, and yet you go to somebody else and you try and like take up their time asking this question that you could have Googled in 10 seconds. Asking people, I don't know, I don't even have a good example of these questions off the top of my head. Go in the chat, you'll see examples of them. It's stuff that gets asked every single day. Is stuff like, is Upwork a good place to start a business? Or is Upwork a good place to make some fast money? Or, just basic questions, guys. Resourcefulness is everything as an entrepreneur. You need to be able to solve your own problems. Problem solving is a skill you must have. You cannot succeed as an entrepreneur or as a freelancer or as either if you're not a problem solving kind of person. So you should switch the mindset that you have. You need to start to think about this. When I teach people that they need to go out and just help people, to start to help people and watch what happens, it's because I'm teaching you a problem-solving mentality. How do you help someone if you're not solving their problems? You wouldn't, right? So to help someone, you have to start problem-solving, which develops a certain kind of mindset for you. You get in a habit of asking how, what, when, where, who, and all of these questions are going to help you move forward in your own business. Resourcefulness is everything. As a freelancer, I think resourcefulness is everything. You have to be able to figure out what questions to ask the right questions, and then take action based on the responses or the answers that you get so you can move forward. That's pretty much all I've got about this one. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you find yourself to be a resourceful person? Are you the kind of person who Googles first and asks questions only when you can't get the answer? Or are you a time-wasting freaking leech who just goes and wastes people's time asking all kinds of stupid questions, and you don't even take action on the answers you get, even when they're good, solid answers? that's all I got for this one. Subscribe down below if you want to see more. Remember to rate, comment, and click that get notification bell if you want my notifications. I'm Sinister Lex. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.